Now the part 2 of Iron Man will be explained. Now the part 2 starts where the part 1 had completed. The news is Tony has accepted that he is Iron Man is broadcasting on someone's TV. And the viewer of this news is Ivan. His father is passed away, watching this news. Then Ivan says that I will avenge Iron Man. So he also builds a tiny arc reactor through which he was going to build his suit. Because he was going to battle Iron Man. Ivan's suit is built after many days. And he names it Whiplash. Its ability was to cut any type of the metal. 6 months later, Tony is delivering a speech before some people. He has worn his same suit. He tells that, it was the dream of my father to build a city having the innovative buildings and high technology. But he did not fulfill his dream. Now I will fulfill his dream. And he displays his suit to everyone. This suit will help me. Tony is leaving after this speech that some people arrive to him. They say to Tony, some people want to ask you about something. They want you to visit court in the morning time. They will interrogate you about your suit. Going to court, Tony comes to know that there is military. Court administration is declaring to him that you have built a marvelous iron suit, but you should not have this deadly power source. Hand it over to military, because it can train their soldiers nicely through it. Tony says, no, I have built that suit. I have put my efforts in its building. I experimented on it, so it is only me who knows how to use it. It is my suit and I am only Iron Man. No one can appear as an Iron Man except me. Here Tony's same friend is also there, but his face look is different in this movie part. It means someone else has been befriended with Tony. But the role is same. He also says same, I am needing to say it, this suit is really threatening. It should be in the possession of military. In spite of it, Tony does not agree. Then a man comes there who is expert in weapon technology, who says the same. But Tony declares that I am not going to agree with anyone. Tony says to all, I knew who was asked to say as such. He actually wants that you may take my suit because he is finding difficulty to build such a suit. He has built many suits, imitating me, but they have not that power source which my suit possesses. So why are you being trapped by him? I show you evidences. Tony also begins to show them evidence which type of the man is he. He says, this weapon manufacturer is not holding sway over my suit. How will you be able to do so? I can only use it. And I know it will not harm anyone. Everyone convinces with him and he departs from there. On the other side, it is seen that Ivan has built his suit Whiplash. Now he wanted that he may battle with Iron Man directly, going there. Contrarily, Tony is also checking his suit. His suit had such a chemical element which was beneficial along with deadly. Due to this, poison was spreading in the body of Tony. Meantime, Tony also ponders, what will be the effects on industry if I pass away? So he calls his assistant and says to her, I hire you as a CEO of my industry. This industry is under your control now on. Hire the employee according to your will. Then Tony's assistant, who is CEO of this industry, calls a girl for interview. But that girl is the spy of another industry. Then a car racing is viewed and Tony has also taken a part in it. But Ivan and Whiplash appear there at the same time. And he attacks him. As a result, his car is broken off into 2 pieces. This news is also watched by Tony's assistant. And she says to his guard that we will have to move immediately for his help. They move there and give Tony his suitcase which had the Iron Man suit. Iron Man puts it on and the fight begins between Iron Man and Whiplash. But Whiplash was protecting itself when Iron Man was attacking him. And it continues for a long time. Then Iron Man attacks Whiplash with full power. At last Whiplash is knelt down. Whiplash is seized. After a while, Tony moves to the police station to ask Ivan that. Why did he attack him? He keeps silent before him. Tony says to him, otherwise your built technology was admirable. You may grow richest while selling to the military. Saying it, he leaves from there. Then one more man appears who was alike Ivan, even his uniform. He was sent to prison so it may be shown to the public as Ivan has been executed. And a man who was a great criminal secures the real Ivan. Everyone was thinking as Ivan had been died. Because they had put into death the fake Ivan, exploding that place. That criminal was the owner of an industry and biggest opponent of Tony. He also wanted to build many suits like the Iron Man's suit, and he may build a complete military of it. He had also freed Ivan from the prison for this cause. On the other side, the chemical element of Tony's suit is irritating him. It was constantly delivering the poison into the body of Tony. He was realizing it that he will be no more if he does not take any action soon. Ignoring it, he arranges his birthday celebration. He is dancing. Then that friend comes to him and says to him, military has ordered to bring you or your iron suit before them in coming day. That man was also irritated by Tony. He asks, you are celebration your part, wearing your suit. Do you know that it is too deadly? But Tony does not give his ears to him, so he also appears, wearing Tony's old suit. And there is a great fight between them. Both had worn the iron suits, and both wanted to beat other. So first one may be victorious. Now both begin to emit the laser from their hands, and both laser lights are crashed with each other, emitting at the same time. And there is great explosion. The explosion occurs at the location of Tony's industry where his birthday is being held. That friend moves away, taking Tony's old suit. But Tony is there in intoxication. Then it is seen that one-eyed man comes to Tony. He says to him, "Your father had many goals, and what are you doing? You wander here and there as being drunkard." Tony says to him, "Mind your language. Who are you to say as such?" That man says, "I know A to Z about you. The girl who had come to your industry was not anyone else but my spy agent. And she had been reported me about you." Then that man also says it, "I don't want to harm you in any way. I want you to build one more iron suit which may benefit the whole world. And I have some belongings of your father. You may take them from me if you want." Tony takes all belongings from that one-eyed man. He comes to know that the city which his father wanted to build, it may be built through that arc reactor. He starts to research on it and he witnesses the palladium core complete design there. Researching it more, he builds a more technological arc reactor, bringing some changes in it. And he builds one new suit through that arc reactor and names it Mark 6. He also receives the call of Ivan, who says that I have built a powerful suit, cooperating with your foe. I will wait for that day when we will confront each other. Let's see who wins. Let's reveal the secret how they built that suit. Tony's that friend who had taken Tony's old suit to the military. Tony's opponent and Ivan brought some changes in that suit, and they made it more powerful, using some advanced technologies, which could fight, taking part in many battles. On the opposite side, Tony's opponent is delivering speech to many people. I have built iron soldiers, because it is an era of the Iron Man soldiers. Contrarily, Tony also knows that Ivan is not sincere with anyone. He goes to his same opponent who is the owner of industry. He says to him, "Ivan will cheat you. He will capture your all military which move to attack city." And it happens the same. At first sight Ivan holds the control over all suits, along with that machine which they had built with new technology at first. The same suit which was Tony's old suit. Tony says to that industry owner, "I had said, go, hold sway over your military." But it was too late. Then secret spy reaches there, where Ivan is controlling all iron soldiers. But they all had become out of control. Now there comes Tony who had turned into an Iron Man. Coming there, he ends all iron soldiers, using his power. But Whiplash comes before him who had returned after being more powerful. Tony in his iron suit begins to attack him, but he was not being affected. Whiplash had become stronger and he knew how to confront Iron Man. Then Tony remembers that there was a great explosion when his emitted laser was crashed with his friend's laser. He says to his friend, "Let's test it again." Now they act the same and there is a great explosion there. Whiplash is ended on the spot. Further, it is seen that the same one-eyed man comes to Tony. He says to him, "May I reveal a good news for you? Your Iron Man suit has been proved by Avengers. It means that it will be utilized by Avengers team. But I apologize that you were not chosen for it. You will have to work behind." Tony says, "No issue, I agree, but I need the award of this task." Then it is seen in the next scene. The court administration members award Tony and his friend, and they gratify them saying, "You saved the whole world." And the part 2 of Iron Man completes on the scene.